Energy discharge confirmed. A sudden dispersion of charged particles followed by the requisite disturbance to the ionosphere. The origin has been narrowed down to the Amazonian basin.
This is the third time and again from another new location. No unusual solar flares spotted today either. The phenomenon is so localized.
It has to be artificial in origin.
Maybe it's an experiment or something. At any rate, the magnitude of this discharge seems larger than the others.
Oh, it is. The good news is we've managed to get a fix on the origin point. Here's an image taken from a private satellite approximately 5 hours ago. Take a look.
I don't see a thing. Of course, we all know it don't take much to alter photos these days. Right, Cammy?
I'd have to agree there. And it goes beyond the surveillance photo. I can't say for certain that all of our data isn't being intercepted and altered as it comes in. But it's not just Delta Red that's affected either. Whoever's doing this has the wool pulled over the entire world's eyes. Something is out there. Something sinister operating from the shadows.
But who could have the connections and reach to pull that off?
Shadaloo, perhaps?
But Shadaloo's history. Or so they say.
I'm off then. The paperwork will have to wait.
That's right. The man you're looking for went missing 3 weeks ago. The family has requested a full investigation, but, well, you know how these things go. In a small town like this, we simply don't have the manpower. Of course, I feel sorry for the family, but investigations like that cost money and require personnel. So, he was famous back home, was he? You know, he used to come here to give martial arts lessons. Bottom line, word came down from the brass. My hands are tied. Is there something going on I should know about? I mean, Interpol visiting this little bird?
What if I told you this was happening all over the world? Would that satisfy you?
Judging by the look on your face, I'd say we hit another dead end. Don't let it get to you. We're bound to find something eventually.
Boy, you sound like a cop. Ever consider spending your time off with your wife?
I thought you gave up police work yourself, and here you are doing this. Birds of a feather, huh?
You're still not over Charlie, are you?
I only heard about the string of disappearances by coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my head once I did. That's when I called you. Figured you might know something. Fighters from around the world disappearing seemed to be up your alley. It all started last year. Famous martial artists just started vanishing. The only thing they have in common is that each is considered the top practitioner in his or her respective art. That and absolutely no evidence is left behind following any of the abductions.
It'd be easy to assume an open and shut case of kidnapping, but there have been no ransom demands. That was suspicious enough to get Interpol involved. And that's when I put the badge back on. Actually, there are forces within Interpol that want this investigation stopped. They say there's no evidence to link the disappearances. They consider this a waste of resources.
Well, no naysayer is gonna stop us, right? Once you start talking about fighters from around the world, well, that just brings a lot of stuff floating back up to the surface.
Like Shadaloo.
There's no evidence that Bison and his men are really dead. Oh, I hope to God they are. Still, I won't believe it till I see it. Not after what I've been through. I know what they're capable of.
They're still alive. I know it.
And if they're still alive, they're probably behind this, right?
I understand your disappointment, sir. I'm sorry.
No matter. This weapon's true value won't become evident until we manage to shrink it down and make it commercially viable. For now, let's consider this but a preview to drum up interest. Let it bring people to our little party, loosen their pocketbooks a bit. Don't you agree?
Well, if we're to perfect the device, we'll need him.
Ah, I know this one. He practices an art that was initially developed for assassination. But there should be another that is even more powerful than him.
We aren't after him for his fighting style. You see, if our theories are correct, he possesses a power within that, if awakened, eclipses even that of the other. That power is called Satsui no Hado.
And this power would allow us to bring the Bliss project to fruition?
Yes, sir.
Satsui no Hado. The murderous intent. Interesting.
At 10, you have the usual management meeting. The VP of European Operations has a teleconference scheduled for 11:30. Representatives from the Pacific Rim Exposition will be here.
I'm sure you're busy, Mr. Masters, but allow me to introduce myself. My name's Maya. I'm a freelance journalist.
I'm sorry, but all interviews must be scheduled in advance.
I'd like to get a comment regarding the rising price of crude oil. What is the Masters Group doing to combat this?
Didn't you hear the lady? No appointment, no interview.
Ken Masters. The greatest American fighter and top dog of the business world. I have to say, Mr. Masters, I had you pegged all wrong. I wouldn't have expected you to get so worked up over a sudden visitor. I thought you fighters were supposed to be more laid back.
That's cute. You're not used to rejection, are you?
I wonder if your friend Ryu is in the habit of turning people away if they don't have an appointment. You may have studied alongside him, but I'd say you're worlds apart. I'll be going now. I'll be sure to make an appointment next time so your precious rules are protected.
Ryu. What are you up to these days, friend? Still lost in your own head? We both knew that our last battle wouldn't be the one to settle the score. That fight can only take place once we've both truly found ourselves. I know that the Satsui no Hado lurks within you like cancer, tempting you to throw away your humanity for unlimited power. But you managed to make even that burden almost noble. You know, Ryu, I have trouble even relating to you as a fighter these days. I'm in a whole different world now. Career, family. Don't get me wrong, it's not like they're a burden. Still, the more I live this life, the more I forget what it means to be a warrior. Time just keeps passing, and I feel like I'm running in place. Listen to me go on about my stupid problems. Whatever. What's the point? I suppose I've always seemed kinda trivial to a guy like you, Ryu. After all, I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't have to work for this. It's me. About today's schedule. Squeeze in as much as you can. I'm ready to work.
I think we got it. This is definitely where the energy discharge took place.
So they did alter the images.
Well, this isn't a natural depression, that's for sure. Looks like something heavy was sitting here. And jeez, look at all the dead animals, eh? You see them on the way out here.
Bag them up. Let's take a few corpses for analysis.
Captain!
What's the matter?
The ground here felt a bit soft, so I thought I'd do some digging to see why.
Oh, God.
Human bodies.
How long must you continue to resist, boy?
Until my last breath.
Why do you resist the power within?
I don't desire power. I have my sights set higher than that.
What is it you seek, then? Ah, but you have no answer. Seeking anything but power is foolishness of the highest order. The blood flowing through your veins calls out to you. Answer it. Answer it with your life.
No!
Then I shall murder you myself. This mundane world is of no concern to us. We grow stronger by consuming human life.
Enough! I don't know anything about my birth. My earliest memories are of Master Gotetsu and Master Goken. I remember Akuma training with them. He was strong, stronger than the others. All he cared about was power. Then one day, he murdered Master Goken. I must defeat Akuma. However, I can't allow myself to become like him in the process. But what can I do? All my blood and sweat and training brings me no closer to finding my true purpose. Keeping my urges under control takes all the power I can muster. I don't know how long I can resist. Ken!
I'll just be a minute. Oh, thanks.
You're Eliza Masters. I interviewed your husband the other day. He's a great man.
You saw Ken? How was he? Did he seem to be in good spirits? Oh, I mean, he's just been so busy lately. I don't really get to see him so much.
Yeah. You feel like a cup of coffee or something? Just us girls?
Delta Red is on the case. Apparently, there's a series of large-scale secret experiments occurring all over the world. Yeah, Cammy hasn't changed a bit.
That's right. We found 10 so far. And it gets worse. The victims' identities came as quite a surprise.
And a surprise it was. I don't know how or why, but the fighters we're tracking down ended up dead. They'd been abandoned in a shallow grave in the middle of a jungle. The Cammy didn't just call to give us a shock. Even if they determined the bodies to be those of the missing fighters, not even Delta Red intelligence can figure out just how they got there. The big picture is still a mystery.
This is just incredible. Never seen anything like...
Get on with it.
Oh, okay. Are you ready for this? Some of the victims' cells seem to have actually exploded. It's as if the moisture inside of them was suddenly heated, causing it to boil. It's freaky stuff. I haven't actually reported this up the chain of command just yet. For some reason, I get the feeling it'd be swept under the rug if I did.
The Army and the FBI are suspiciously reluctant to help. I don't have connections in the CIA, but I imagine they're in the same boat. If even Interpol and Delta Red's intelligence is being manipulated and controlled behind the scenes, there must be a huge organization responsible for all this.
To tell the truth, we did have an investigation going at one point. I even had some leads, but...
We'll get to the bottom of this. Too many people have been hurt already.
Oh, what a beautiful doll, madam. Thank you. Isn't it just adorable? A friend gave it to me. She's a journalist. Well, I bet your husband will think it's cute as a button. He's so busy these days. I hardly ever see him. Still, we should talk soon.
Contact your boss, right now! I've got a message for him. I don't appreciate being toyed with. You're gonna have to show a little more faith.
You're regarded as a capable soldier. Is my speaking directly to you not sufficient to show my trust in you?
If you do trust me, you'll call off your lapdogs and let me operate in peace so I can concentrate.
I can do that. But are you sure you're barking up the right tree? I distinctly recall ordering you to track down Ryu, not Ken Masters.
The time it would take to blindly search for a wandering vagabond like Ryu is a luxury I can't afford. The fact that you have so many others on the case tells me you're aware of that much. What we have to do is wait for him to show up. If he's going to stay in touch with anyone, it's Masters. Their friendship and rivalry run deep.
I'm sorry, friend. If I'd had died before you, perhaps my body could have sustained you a bit longer. All of mankind holds a power within, the power of life. This force is fragile, but eternal. Life begets more life, and the cycle continues. This force, this power, is what drives it all. But what is power?
Looks like an ordinary ruined castle at first glance. But security's too tight for that to be the case. Only one way to find out for sure. Look, it's the missing American karate champ. That's enough! Sonic boom! Hey! What is this place, anyway? Looks like a laboratory. But what are they researching?
They're on to us. We'd better move.
All right, let's go. Chun-Li!
Give me a sec.
So we lost another one.
Just what was going on there anyway? And who's responsible? Clearly these fighters are being used in some kind of strange experiments.
Boiling liquid, expanding cell, explosion. Blease. Exploding cells?
Gads of dead animals in the Amazon exhibiting that sort of damage.
I'm no scientist. This stuff's way over my head. Do you suppose there's a connection to the missing fighters? Oh my god. Ryu!
What?
It can be postulated that the completion of the Blease project hinges on the system harnessing the Satsui no Hado, a power that lies dormant in this particular subject. Without him and his power, Blease can never achieve its full potential. Harnessing the Satsui no Hado.
Madness. Well, at least we know now that Ryu is going to be their next target. Let's get moving. We have to find him before they do.
But how are we supposed to find him?
Ugh. He never stays in one place for long.
Well, if anyone knows where Ryu is...
It's Ken.
That's right! I bet he can find him!
Wait. What if we're not the only ones to come to that conclusion?
Oh? Hey, baby. For a second there, I thought my secretary followed me home. What's up? Are you okay?
Never mind. You look so tired.
You know, we really haven't talked lately, have we? I'm sorry, baby. I haven't forgotten about you.
Well, who are you trying to forget then?
Huh?
You. The you standing in front of me right now. You're not the Ken Masters I fell in love with. When I first met you, you used to be so laid back and carefree. You were always smiling. But you've changed. You've gotten so melancholy, so serious. It's almost like you're trying to chase someone out of your heart. Tell me what's going on.
I think you give me way too much credit. I was never carefree. I was always serious. Is that what you really want to say?
No. I just... Huh?
Stay here.
Who's there? Ow! What is wrong with you people?
What the? Sakura?
That was a pretty rude welcome, you know. I came all this way to see you, but seriously, I got treated like a common burglar or something. And by the way, they so started it.
Well, I should hope so. That's what I pay them for. You did sneak in, you know.
Oh god, I am uptight.
Huh? I ran straight here from the airport, so I'm a little later than I'd expected. Anyway, I think you should hire some strong security guards, don't you think?
Well, I guess this place is pretty safe since you're here, Ken-san.
Anyway, to what do I owe the pleasure of your unannounced visit, Sakura?
Well, I'm trying to track Ryu-san down.
Ryu?
Please tell me where he is!
Look, I don't know where he is. Heck, I figure his stalker ought to know better than anyone.
Well, I don't. That's why I came here. So deal.
So, why do you need to see him all of a sudden? Hello. From Chung-Li. Put her through. Hey, long time no see. What's up? You're calling pretty late. Oh, you did? Sorry, I've been really busy lately. I told my secretary to only let business calls through. I'm at home. Yeah? You're looking for you. I've got no idea. Here? Now? Nah, it's cool. You can come by, but I'm a little busy right now. We'll talk when you arrive. Jeez. Apparently, I'm Ryu's personal assistant now.
Ken-san?
Yeah?
Have you heard about the disappearances? The fighters being kidnapped?
What?
So you haven't heard. Famous martial artists from all over the world are vanishing. You really didn't know about it? I figured all fighters would have heard about it by now.
I've just been so busy lately. Tell me all about it. What's going on?
What do we got here? You some kind of karate man or something?
Yeah. Something like that.
I thought so.